Imagine this situation. A cleaner has just mopped the floor outside a library. A visitor is walking quickly while looking at a phone. You carry the warning sign to the area, unfold it, set it down, and make the message visible before anyone slips. Today we are going to examine a folding wet floor warning sign closely and learn how to describe it in clear, natural American English. The goal is not only to name the object. The goal is to explain what it looks like, what it feels like, how the important parts work, how the hands interact with it, and how to describe the complete action safely from beginning to end. A folding wet floor warning sign is used for warning people about a slippery or recently cleaned area. It is tall, narrow, and A-shaped when open, but flat when folded. It is made from usually lightweight, sturdy plastic. Its visible appearance usually includes bright yellow or another high-visibility color, with printed words and a warning symbol on both panels. In the hand or during use, it may feel smooth, firm, light, and slightly flexible at the hinge. Notice the difference between describing a fact and describing a sensation. You can say, it is made of a particular material. That identifies what the object is. You can say, it feels smooth, firm, cool, or slightly rough. That explains the physical experience of touching or handling it. You can also compare expectation and reality. It feels lighter than it looks, or it feels sturdier than I expected. A basic description names the object. A clearer description adds its purpose. A detailed description adds shape, material, texture, and one visible feature. For example, a basic sentence is, this is a folding wet floor warning sign. A better sentence is, this is a folding wet floor warning sign used for warning people about a slippery or recently cleaned area. A more detailed version is, this folding wet floor warning sign is tall, narrow, and A-shaped when open, but flat when folded. It has bright yellow or another high-visibility color, with printed words and a warning symbol on both panels. The detailed version gives the listener a picture without using unnecessarily difficult language. Now let us name the important parts naturally. The main parts include front panel, back panel, top handle, hinge, base edges, printed warning, and slip hazard symbol. Do not simply memorize the labels. Connect each part to its position and function. Ask yourself, where is it? What does it look like? What does it do? Which part does the hand touch? This turns passive vocabulary into usable speaking language. Precise verbs make the explanation much clearer. Unfold means open something that was folded. Spread apart means move two connected parts away from each other. Set down means place something on a surface. Stand upright means remain vertical and stable. Fold closed means bring the panels together. Warn means tell people about possible danger. Keep off means avoid stepping or walking on an area. Similar verbs are not always interchangeable. A general verb may communicate the idea, but the precise verb shows the direction, force, and purpose of the movement. Instead of saying, I do something to it, describe the actual action and the result. Here is the physical sequence. First, grip the top handle. Next, carry it with the panels folded together. Then set it near the wet area. After that, pull the panels apart. At this point, open it into an A shape. While doing this, check that both base edges are stable. Once that is complete, leave enough space for people to walk around it. Finally, fold it closed and remove it when the floor is dry. This sequence uses cause and effect naturally. You hold one part steady because that prevents slipping. You line parts up so they move correctly. You use gentle pressure first. Otherwise, you may damage the object or lose control. Once the action is complete, you check that the object is secure and return it to a safe position. Hand position language is especially useful. You can say, place your thumb on the surface, wrap your fingers around the safe part, support the base, keep it upright, hold it steady with one hand while the other hand moves the smaller part, move it toward you, push it away from you, apply a little pressure, line it up before you continue. These chunks sound natural because they explain both position and movement. Safety is part of a complete description. Place the sign before people reach the slippery area, not directly in the middle of the safest path. Make sure it stands upright and can be seen from both directions. Remove it only after the floor is dry and safe. A strong English explanation does not only tell someone what to do, it also explains why. Use phrases such as, this prevents damage. That way, it will not slip. Keep your fingers away from the unsafe part. Do not force it if it feels stuck. Make sure it is secure before you continue. Let us upgrade the language step by step. A simple version is, I use it. A clearer version is, I hold it and move the correct part. A stronger version is, I hold the main body steady with one hand and use the other hand to control the moving part. A detailed version adds direction and result. I line it up carefully, apply gentle pressure, and continue until it moves into the correct position. This is the kind of development that helps with PET and FCE speaking, because it combines accuracy, sequence, and detail. Natural spoken English also uses short cause-and-effect chunks. I keep it steady because I do not want it to slip. I move slowly so I can stay in control. I check the position before I continue. Once it is secure, I finish the action. While I am using it, I watch the moving parts. After I finish, I put it back in place. These connectors make the description sound organized rather than like a disconnected list. Common mistakes usually come from choosing a verb that is too general, using too much force in the description, or skipping the final safety step. Avoid saying only, I open it, I do it, or I put it there when a more precise action is available. Also avoid adding details that you cannot actually observe. When the design may vary, say, depending on the version, or describe only the parts you can see. Here is one complete real-life model. I carry a lightweight folding warning sign by the handle at the top. The two plastic panels are pressed together, so the sign is flat. I set it near the wet floor, pull the panels apart, and open it into a stable shape. The bright surface and slip hazard symbol face people coming from both directions. I check that the base edges sit flat and that the sign does not block the whole walkway. Once the floor is dry, I grip the handle, fold the panels together, and carry the sign away. Now listen to a short action sequence. I carry a bright plastic object in a flat position, place it near a slippery area, separate its two hinged panels, and leave it standing like the letter A. The actions are carry, set down, unfold, spread apart, and stand upright. The value of this challenge is that the verbs create a mental picture. When you hear the direction, the hand position, and the result, you can identify the object and the action even before the object is named. The next time you describe this object, begin with its purpose, move to shape and material, name the main parts, explain the action in sequence, and finish with one safety point. Use precise verbs, natural chunks, and clear cause and effect. That approach will make your English more accurate, more visual, and much easier for another person to follow.